for Aaron in the chat. First question is from Kyle Austin at MLive.
Hey, Aaron, you guys had 7 guys finish in double figures scoring today. Wondering what can you say about the depth of this team and how it compares to other teams you've been on?
We're deep. All of us like to compete. All of us like seeing each other be successful. You know, when we get that ball moving and then stop keeping the ball stuck in our hands, I feel like we're a more dangerous team. And everybody's just finding their groove and their way. And it's something to see. Something that we can hopefully grow on and keep pushing for.
Our next question will go to Lindsey Huddleston.
Hey, Aaron, you know all eyes are on you. We asked Josh about the healthy exchange you and Coach Stevens had in the huddle and how he kind of just told you to kind of relax a little bit. Can you talk a little bit about that exchange and how that helps you going forward?
Josh has been a guy that has always been there for me in learning moments and my best moments, and he's going to hold me accountable in those moments too. And that's that exchange. I mean, those things get blown out of proportion by some people. I mean, I'm happy that you saw it the right way, and you just saw what it was. And we're just competitive guys here at Michigan State, and we like to compete. You know, that's something that everybody does here at a high level. And so it may look like we're arguing or doing something, but no, it's just, no, I got him, and I want him. That's me. Like, that's my man. That's my matchup. Like, that goes on a whole lot.
Yeah, as a quick follow-up, even a few weeks ago, Coach Juwan Howard and Isaiah Livers had pretty much the same thing, a competitive back and forth. Can you talk a little bit about what that means for a team and how people may misinterpret that as being a bad thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, things are going to get misinterpreted. I mean, that's the world we live in today. As long as the 30 guys that we have in our group and within the locker room and in practice, we're all on the same page. That's all that matters. And we all are, and we came out with a good win.
All right, great. Thank you.
Our next question will go to Jana with the State News.
Hi, Aaron. What did you see from Gabe today, specifically in the second half when he kind of picked up momentum and ended with 20 points?
Gabe's my favorite player, honestly. He's somebody that I always want to see win. He's somebody that has so much room to grow, and he's came so far. He's a guy that takes everything seriously. Like y'all always see him in the gym shooting, working on his game, but y'all missing a whole bunch of hours still that I don't even get to see that he puts in the gym. It's the little things that he does that makes him the player that he is, and that's why he'll be successful.
Next question will go to Audrey Dahlgren.
Aaron, just curious, how were you guys able to gain control back in the second half and for the outcome that you were able to have versus what happened in the first half? How did you maybe think that maybe Oakland defensively did some things to take you out of your game?
I feel like we just decided to play better defense, rebound better, move the ball more, and get better shots for guys. And it was just a great meeting in the halftime. We just decided to come out, and we can't play any worse than what we're playing. Let's play basketball, let's play defense and move the ball.
Thank you.
We'll go out to Matt with the Detroit News.
Hey, Aaron, quick question about, Tom's schedule is so tough in the preseason and the out of conference, but it's kind of unusual for MSU to come in, top 5 and undefeated going into Big Ten here. Do you feel like that even though the success you're having, that the guys as leaders and the rest of the players are understanding maybe some of the negatives, some of the things that the coaching staff isn't 100% pleased with, despite the fact that you guys are winning and ranked so highly?
I'm having a hard time here. Can you repeat the last part?
Yeah, just do you feel like that the players and you guys as leaders are getting the message of some of the negatives that they're trying to emphasize, despite the fact that you guys are having all this success? Normally, Michigan State teams have a couple of losses at this point, and they're able to teach that. Or you feel like they're drilling some of those things that aren't going as well to you guys, even though you're highly ranked and undefeated?
Absolutely. I feel like as leaders, and captains, me, Josh, and Foster, we been here a while. We've played with, Cassius and X, been to a Final Four our freshman year, and Josh has been through a lot. So I feel like experience is at an all-time high here. And it's the fact that I can still, be a leader on this team and still learn. And that openness to try to get better, from a leadership standpoint, from all of us is important. understanding the deficiencies of where we need to get better at from previous years and even this year. I mean, that's something that I've tried to harp on, emphasize, and being on the court and just seeing how they're playing us or what they're doing to us, just trying to emphasize that in the huddles to coach, giving my point across because he trusts me and I trust him. And that thing goes hand in hand. And, I'm an extension of him out there on the court, just like Josh and Foster are when they are. And it all comes back to how we approach things in our preparation. And that starts with coach and it follows all the way down to the players and the captains and spreads to the locker room, man. It's just when we're all on the same page.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right, and our last question for Aaron comes from Stephen Brooks.
Hey, Aaron, I wanted to ask you about your consistency this year in terms of all the different areas you're affecting the game, and blocks, rebounds, steals, defense, offense. I mean, how do you explain that consistency? How nice is it, I guess, to see from your perspective, and how sort of rewarding is that to have, like I said, an impact in so many different levels of the game and areas?
Yeah, I hope not to be consistent with 6 turnovers, but, being consistent and affecting the game in the other ways, that's something that coach holds me accountable to. The guys are going to go off of me and how I'm carrying myself and how I'm playing. And it just starts with my approach, how I'm playing on defense, how I'm playing on offense, and my rebounding. Am I doing the things that we call staples here that help us win games and that maybe won't show up on the box score that'll eventually lead to the stats that show up on the box score. So, I mean, you could point at a lot of different things, but just trying to be consistent has been coach's, thing with me. And that's something that I've set as a goal for myself to consistently try to affect the game in those areas as much as I can.
Is that rewarding for you to see it happening now? Through 6 games, you've kind of filled it up a lot of ways.
Rewarding, but I'm not satisfied, not even close, never complacent. I mean, I got a lot of room to grow.
I got it. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's Aaron. That's all the questions we have for you. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right.
We'll have Gabe Brown here in a second. All right, this time we're joined by Gabe Brown. Gabe, hang tight. We'll get you a couple questions here, okay?
Okay.
First question comes from Lindsey Huddleston.
Great. Gabe Brown goes baseline. My goodness, what a big dunk and great game. We saw you talking to Rashard as you were leaving. What does it mean for him to come on and give up 36 points and you have a great outing with 20? I mean, is there some healthy competition going on between you two?
Me and Shy, I've been on Shy ever since probably like I was a sophomore in high school. So we're really close. We played on the same team together. And for us to go out there and play college ball against each other, that's probably one of the greatest things for 2 kids that can happen. He had a very good game. He's a very good player, and I'm happy for him. Hope they continue to progress down the road. And I'm just wishing everybody the best.
Yeah, as a quick follow-up, talk about your transition from walking in as a freshman to now playing so free on the court, leading in scores and highlights. Like you're the player to watch right now.
It's crazy to see it because, I mean, as a senior in high school, I thought I was going to take the world by storm. I thought I was going to come in, just everything was going to be handed to me, and that's not what it was. And Coach he humbled me, and I appreciate him for that because it taught me a lot of things during the road of my freshman and sophomore year. And now that he believes in me and trusts in me, it's like things are starting to happen. And that's just what Coach and my teammates. They just believing in me, and I'm believing in myself. But the transition is crazy. I mean, coming in at 190 to being 210 and gaining weight and becoming a vocal leader and doing things that out of my comfort zone that I never did is shocking to me. It's shocking to me.
Great. Well, keep it up. Thank you.
I got you. Thank you.
Next question is from Audrey Dahlgren.
Hi, Gabe. Before the game started, Izzo was mentioning how this is the best 0-6 team in the history of the world. At least the staff put it that way when you guys were prepping for them. So now that this game is in the books, how would you assess Oakland as a team?
Very good team. I mean, you never can take no team for granted, just like UAD. Very good team. I feel like they are the best 0-5, 0-6 team because due to certain circumstances in the past, they didn't have all their players. They didn't have the things that they could do, like practicing and things like that. So they was out. So they are a very good team, and during the road and during their conference, I feel like they're gonna make a big stride. I mean, Rashad, their bigs, everybody, they got good players.
And what was it specifically, if I could follow up, what was it specifically tonight that you think, kind of just, they really took you out of your game in a sense? What did they do in that first half, maybe more specifically?
I said it, they force a lot of turnovers and they play hard. That's one thing that we didn't lock in as well on, because they do force a lot of turnovers. They do play good defense. They do rebound the ball, and that's something that we got to work and we got to correct and go back and watch film. They did cause some troubles for us first and second half, and they got very good shooters that can get hot. So we gotta be more ready and be more impactful on things like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, we'll go out to Jana with the state news.
Hi, Gabe. Can you walk us through your energy, specifically in the second half? You had that big alley-oop dunk later on. Where did you kind of find that energy to make big plays like that?
One thing that I do that me and my teammates are doing very well is, like, I look at them, like they know if they throw the ball up, I'm gonna go get it. Like, that's one thing they know. I do it in practice a lot, so I just give them a certain look and it just happens. And shout out to AJ for throwing it. I mean, that's one of his very, very, very few passes that he has done since he's been here. So I'm just proud of him that he got to throw it to me.
Yeah, and kind of as a follow-up, how are you going to use this momentum going into Big Ten play next week?
I just gotta keep working, keep maintaining my focus and watching film. I did some things out there that I shouldn't have done on the defensive end, and that caused the team to score or certain things to happen for my other teammates. So I got to go back, watch film, and just prepare for Big Ten play, because this is one of the best conferences, and you cannot relax on any team. So I just got to lock in more.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
See if there's any more questions for Gabe. All right, seeing none, I'm going to say, Gabe, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right, and that's going to wrap us up here today. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you.